I'm gonna be walking into this coffee shop and picking up some groceries looking like I just walked off a runway, but you know what? It is all good. Hello you guys, welcome to today's video. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Malika and welcome. Today I'm going to be going into this super classic easy look that you can do on an every day-to-day basis if you're going to work, if you're going to school, if you're going to a job interview, if you're going out to just run some errands or maybe catch up with your girlfriends over some brunch. This is definitely a look that you want to have. I'm going to be getting into details with you guys on everything that I'm doing, all the products that I'm using. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and of course hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you absolutely love this look as much as I do. And of course, most importantly, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Malika MUA. I'm so thrilled to just chit chat with you guys, sit back, relax, and do this really awesome look. So without further ado, let's stop chit-chatting and get into today's video.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more.
Alright you guys, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is going into my Tatcha Silk Canvas primer, and I'm going to be putting this all over my face and my eyes. I absolutely love this primer, you guys. I love how it smells. I love just how it feels on my skin overall. I love how it's not sticky, doesn't feel super sticky on my skin, but yet it still holds my makeup throughout the whole course of the day. And most importantly, I really love how it smells. I always try to focus my primer in my most oily areas, which would be my T-zone. I do wear glasses, so I tend to get super oily in this area right here. So that's where I usually try to pack on the most primer. All right, and now I'm just gonna rub it in. Make sure I really get it nice and rubbed in. Make sure it kind of dries down first before I go in with any face product. I went to Starbucks today because I was gonna try to get some coffee, but their line was ridiculously huge. I do live in a pretty small town, so Starbucks tends to get super beyond packed here. I mean, the line goes straight out into the street. So I decided to just come back home and not get Starbucks, although I really do need coffee today because I am so exhausted for some reason. All right, you guys, I'm gonna be going in with my Estee Lauder Stay in Place foundation. And this is in shade 1W2 Sand. I really love this foundation, you guys. I love how it feels on my skin. I love how silky it is. It's not heavy at all, so definitely a foundation that you want to put when you're out running errands or just going to work or a job interview or school, because it just feels super light and weightless on the skin, and I absolutely love that. If you want to try another foundation that kind of has the same feel, I would go with the Bare Minerals. I absolutely love Bare Minerals foundation. I used to use it all through my pregnancy because I just love how it felt. It had such a skin-like texture. It never really felt like I had a whole truckload of makeup on my face, which I really appreciated. I'm not a super full coverage kind of person, and you'll notice that in my videos. I don't like packing on a ton of foundation on my face. I really like my foundation to just be super soft and silky and very skin-like, and this foundation does that for me. It is very full coverage though, but it's just not heavy. I love that about this foundation. All right, you guys, now for concealer, I'm going to be going into the Born This Way concealer, and this is in shade Snow, and I really love this combo, you guys. I really do. This foundation, Estee Lauder, I love just how hydrating it is, and even though the Born This Way concealer tends to be a little bit more mattifying, I feel like this combination just works super well for me. I do have dry to oily skin. I'm kind of in between, so I'm good with using both dewy and matte products, but if you are a little bit more on the oily side, then I would definitely go with the Born This Way concealer. And if you're a little bit more on the dry side, then I would definitely go in with the Estee Lauder Stay in Place foundation. I'm just going to be placing my concealer on places that I want to brighten or places that I tend to get a lot of redness, to make sure that I really brighten those areas up. My Sundays are usually pretty chill. In the Hispanic culture, Sundays I feel like it's just National Cleaning Day. So every Sunday I'm really just at home cleaning, catching up on laundry. I might go grab some brunch with my husband or with some friends, but really Sundays are just my cleaning days. What do you guys do on Sundays? Do you usually go out? Do you stay home and clean? Do you go to the mall? Do you grab brunch? What does your Sunday look like?
When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more.
I love how perfect this combination is, you guys. It's so flawless. And I just love how hydrating it is. Really just brings in that natural radiance from the inside out. Makes your face so glowy and so hydrated. You can't go wrong with this combo, especially if you're running late or if you're just gonna run some errands or even go to a job interview. Whatever it is, this combination honestly will probably get you the job. All right, you guys, so now for setting powder, I'm going to be going into the Kat Von D Lock-It Translucent Powder. This is like a holy grail for me. I have been using this setting powder for almost 2 years now, and I haven't been able to switch it out for anything else. I remember a few years ago when the new Laura Mercier setting powder came out. Everyone and their mama was obsessed with that setting powder, but honestly, it just was not doing it for me. I just did not like that setting powder. For me personally, I just didn't like how fine and thin it was, if that makes sense. Like with the Kat Von D setting powder, it is a lot thicker, and I feel like it really just prevents the creasing from underneath my eyes, and it really just holds my makeup in place. It prevents me from just being really oily throughout the day. I'm telling you, this is my holy grail setting powder, you guys. I am just looking up as I'm baking, and I'm just holding the sponge there for a few seconds just to make sure that I get any creasing out from underneath my eyes. And now I'm just gonna let that bake there for a few seconds, and I'm gonna be going into my Charlotte Tilbury setting face powder, and this is in shade medium. It's number 2. I absolutely love this powder as well. I just recently started using it. I love how soft it leaves my skin. Very, very soft powder. And I'm gonna be going into this e.l.f. blush brush. I just love how small it is. It fits right in the pan, so I'm gonna be using this brush to just put it everywhere that I didn't bake.
Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me.
I just love how soft it leaves my skin. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but my face just feels so soft. I just love it. I love how weightless this combo is. All right, you guys, so now that I have had my baking powder on for a few seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and brush that off. All right, you guys, so just to brighten up the underneath of my eyes a little bit more, I'm gonna be going into one of my other holy grail products, and it is the Dominique Latte palette. And I'm gonna be going into, as you can see, I use it quite a lot. I'm gonna be going into this shade right here, Vanilla Cream, and I'm gonna be putting this underneath my eyes using the same brush just to brighten up the underneath of my eyes a little bit. Our church just started a new mentorship program for people who have recently been baptized. So I was chosen to be one of the mentors for this super sweet high school senior that just got baptized last week. So I'm actually going to meet up with her later just to grab some coffee, chat for a little bit, and then I have a few errands to run and I have to go grab some groceries. So I figure just put on a little bit of makeup so I don't go out in public looking crazy. So now that our face is all baked and set in place and we got that under eye brightened, I'm going to be going into my eyes, and I'm going to be going into the One Size palette by Patrick Starr. This palette actually came out a few months ago and I just didn't have the chance to get it when it came out. So I just recently purchased it. I think maybe 2 weeks ago, and I haven't been able to dig into it yet. I did do a couple of swatches on my Instagram. I am just absolutely in love with the colors in this palette. It is super, super gorgeous. So we're definitely going to be using some of these colors on our eye today. All right, you guys, so just to set my eyes first, I'm going to be going in with this BH Cosmetics tapered brush, and I'm going to be digging into this shade right here called Vanilla Sands. And I'm going to be using this just to use as a base on my eyes.
Yeah, you're the one I want and I love you. No, 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 no lie. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts.
Okay, you guys, so I did want to mention, I wanted to show this to you guys, all of that crazy, insane kickback that I just got on this palette. I did swatch the colors a few weeks ago, and when I was swatching them, obviously I didn't get any kickback, but now that I used it for the first time, as soon as I dipped my brush into it, I got insane amount of kickback. I know that bothers some people. Personally, I don't mind if my palette has a whole lot of kickback, but just wanted to point that out if that is something that is important to you. All right, you guys, next I'm going to be going in again with the same brush, and I'm going to be going into this shade right here called Top of My Game. And I'm going to be putting this into my crease and the outer corner of my eye. Now, when going into my crease, I'm doing this very circular motion, and I'm using my other finger to pull out the corner of my eye just to make sure that I'm getting that color nice and blended. All right, you guys, and now I'm going to be taking this smaller brush. It's an e.l.f. blending brush. Ignore my broken nail. And I'm going to be using this brush, and I'm going to be going into this beautiful color right here called Brownie. And the reason why I'm using this smaller brush is because I want to make sure that I'm getting this color into my crease as much as possible. We're very, very gently going to put this into our crease. Like I said, these colors are extremely pigmented. So we're gently going to be placing this into our crease and building it slowly. Okay, you guys, now I'm going to be going back into that tapered brush from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to be using this to blend those two shades together. And I do want to mention, the further out that you hold your brush, the less control that you have. The closer in, the more control you have. So I usually tend to put my hands somewhere around the middle, so I'm not putting too much pressure on my eye. But yeah, I do have enough control to where I can blend the colors to where I really want them to be.
It hurts so much to think of you as someone else. Can't get enough when you're
guys, so now I'm going to be going into this beautiful color right here called Soft Serve. I'm actually going to be dipping into this shade with my finger, and I'm going to be putting it on my lid. So you guys, I've been using this super huge mirror that I have in front of me to do all of my makeup, and I just realized that this palette has a mirror. Okay, you guys, so now that I have that all set, I'm going to be going into this super puffy brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and this is the Flawless Concealer brush, but as we all know, I don't use it for concealer, I use it for my eyeshadow. So I'm going to be dipping back into this shade right here called Top of My Game, and I'm going to just be dipping a little bit into this shade to go back into my eye and just blend out any harsh lines that I might have. All right, you guys, so I'm not going to be going in with a makeup wipe to clean up this look because I really want it to just have this really natural smoked out feel. So I'm going to be going in with my fingers, and I'm gently just going to be brushing out the outer corners of my eye just to make sure I don't have any harsh lines. Alright, you guys, and now I'm going to be going into this smudger brush from Ulta Beauty, and I'm going to be using this to go underneath my eyes. I'm going to be going into two shades. I'm going to be using this shade called Brownie, and since I do have a little bit of green on my sweater, I wanted to go into this very beautiful olive green color called Matcha, and I'm going to be putting both of these on the underneath of my eye.
Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. Cause everyone keep looking like you.
Okay, you guys, so I'm going to be going into this e.l.f. blush brush again, and I'm going to be dipping back into my Dominique palette into this vanilla cream shade, and I'm going to be using this just to go back underneath my eyes just to clean up any excess shadow that may have fallen. So I'm going to be going into my all-time favorite eyeliner. I used to be absolutely obsessed with the NYX Epic Ink liner, and recently I got this Estee black eyeliner in one of my Ipsy bags, and ever since I have been completely obsessed. Now, hear me out on this. It is a felt tip liner, and I will mention that it is a little stiff, but I personally really like that because I feel like I have more control to where my eyeliner is going, and I feel like this is such a really good eyeliner for a beginner, maybe someone that's learning how to put on eyeliner or learning how to do a winged liner. This is your go-to because I feel like you have so much control with this liner, and it just makes putting on eyeliner 10 times easier than using a liner that just kind of moves around a lot or that's too liquidy, because I feel like you can mess up a lot easier with those. But this eyeliner, you guys, is absolutely amazing. I will link it down below in the description so you guys can check it out. So, fun fact about me, I actually hate doing winged liner. I just prefer doing a straight liner that traces the natural shape of my eye, just because I feel that according to my eye shape, I don't think that a winged liner complements me that much. I used to do winged liner a lot when I was in high school, but as I got older, I started doing just a simple eyeliner tracing the natural shape of my eye. So a quick trick when doing your eyeliner, you guys, is take your time. Start in the middle of your eye, work your way out, and then go back into the inner corner of your eye. If you have to blink, blink. And I say this because it is something that I used to do personally when I first started doing liner. I used to just kind of go in, and if I had to blink mid eyeliner, I would just absolutely ruin my look. So take your time, start in the middle, work your way out, then go back into your inner corner.
Is there any way, or do you like not being found in times of life will.
Okay, you guys, so last but not least, before I throw on some eyelashes, I'm going to be going into the Maybelline, the Falsies mascara, and I'm going to be putting this obviously on my eyelashes. But I just wanted to give a quick shout out to this mascara. I absolutely love this mascara. I love how fake it makes my natural eyelashes look. It really extends them, really does a great job in making my eyelashes look amazing, even if I didn't have falsies on. What are some of your favorite makeup products? I feel like every year my favorites change, and I feel like that might be the case with everyone. I used to be absolutely obsessed with the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, and I feel like I used to use that for probably almost like 2 years. And then I just kind of started winging off into like some drugstore mascaras and some other products that I felt like worked just as great. Whatever your favorite products are, just list them down below. If I haven't tried one, I might just go snatch it up. One quick trick when doing your mascara, you guys, is to have the mirror below you, and then that way you're not getting any mascara on your lid, even though that does still happen to me sometimes, even if I'm looking down, just because I'm boba like that. All right, you guys, so now that we have our eye look all set in place, I'm gonna hop off camera real quick just to throw on some lashes, and I will be right back to finish off the rest of this look. All right, you guys, so now that I have my lashes on, we're gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of this look. So for bronzer, I'm gonna be going into the Park Avenue Princess bronzer and highlighting set. This obviously, as some of you may know, came out a few years ago, but it is a holy grail of mine and I love using it. Since all of these bronze colors are so close together, I don't tend to just dip my brush in one. I actually just kind of take my brush and drag across all four. Don't ask me why I do this, I just do. So I'm going to drag my brush, like I said, across all four, tap some of that excess off, and start bronzing. All right, you guys, so now I'm going to be going back into the bronzer, and I'm going to be putting just a little bit of this on my jawline just to get a little bit of definition, because we all know we don't want that papa showing, so we're just going to cover that up. All right, you guys, now I'm going to be going into this e.l.f. blending brush, and I'm going to be dipping it into the bronzer, and I'm going to be taking it on my nose. Now, I will be uploading a video soon, don't know when, but I will be uploading a video where I go more in depth into my contour routine. Obviously, this is supposed to just be an everyday kind of look, so I'm not going all out with my contour, but I will be uploading that video soon. If you're interested in seeing a full contour routine, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. All right, you guys, now I'm going to be taking my beauty blender that has some of that excess setting powder on it, and I'm going to be using it just to press in those harsh lines. All right, you guys, now I'm going to be taking my finger, and I'm going to be going into this color right here called Halo, and I'm going to be taking that on the top of my nose. I'm going to be taking this brush and just brushing that out and just getting a nice blend. All right, you guys, so now for my blush, I'm going to be going into the Becca, Khole, and Michaela collaboration. This did also come out a few years ago, but I'm going to be using this. It is absolutely stunning. I don't use it a whole lot just because I absolutely am obsessed with just the formula of these colors and these blushes that I just don't dip into it as much as I should, but we're going to be dipping into it today. I'm going to be dipping my brush into this top color right here, and I'm going to be putting this on the temples of my cheeks. All right, you guys, so I just realized that some of you might be looking at me and thinking, Melly, how is this supposed to be an everyday look? Because I do realize, okay, I do realize that this is a little bit more glam than I had intended, but you know what, moving on. We're gonna throw on some highlighter and just call it a day. So for highlighter, I'm going to be going back into the Dominique Latte palette, and I'm going to be dipping into my all-time favorite highlighter, which is this color down here, Macchiato. And as you can tell, it has a huge hole because I use this literally almost every single day. So we're going to be dipping into this color right here, and we're going to be using it as highlighter on the top of our cheeks and down the rim of our nose. Oh my gosh, I just, look at that. Look at that, you guys, like, oh my gosh. I've been using it as a highlighter for so long now, and I just absolutely love how stunning it is. Now we're taking it down the bridge of our nose. I'm going to be walking into this coffee shop and picking up some groceries looking like I just walked off a runway, but you know what? It is all good. All right, you guys, so to finish off our super glam everyday makeup look, we're going to be going into this lip combo right here, and I'm going to be going into the Revlon matte lip color, and this is in shade Forever. And then I'm going to be going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills mini matte lipstick, and this is in shade Kiss. So I'm going to be going in with Anastasia first, and then I'm going to be topping it with my Revlon gloss. All right, you guys, so to set and seal this look, I'm going to be going into the Rare Beauty Setting Spray Mist. And you definitely want to shake this one because it does have a little bit of oils on the top. It's meant to be that way so that it's very hydrating. And honestly, you guys, this setting spray smells heavenly. I don't even know how to describe the smell really, but it does smell very, very nice. It just smells so clean. Like, not clean like fabuloso clean, but clean. Like, it just smells very fresh and soapy, I guess, like that kind of clean, but does smell very good. All right, you guys, well, this is it. This is your everyday classic makeup look that of course you can use to run some errands if you want to look super bomb running errands, or if you're going to a job interview, or if you're going to school or work, whatever the case may be. I absolutely love all the products that I showed you guys in this video, and I will be linking them down below in the description. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you love this look. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and most importantly, hit the notification bell so that you can get notified every time I upload a new video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me, and I will see you guys next time.